The reasons for deciding to opt out there's probably many of them, and it's a little bit difficult to know at this stage. So I'm seeing a couple. One of them is, and that's probably the only fully legitimate reason, is that whomever holds the rights to the material in question has asked the cultural heritage institution to place an opt-out. But it's worth reminding ourselves that a library, a museum, an archive holds so many different types of materials, many of which in the public domain, simply never protected, or on which copyright has expired. Administrative decisions, like documents from the notary, pages and pages from newspapers, magazines, books, but then also amateur photography, film that has never been distributed, sound recordings from nature. So we're talking about a very diverse type of materials, some of which is subject to copyright, and this copyright very rarely belongs to the Cultural Heritage Institution. And the Cultural Heritage Institution, unless we're talking about a contemporary art museum or an archive that deals with the donation of certain collections that are relatively contemporary, these cultural heritage institutions are very rarely in touch with the rights holder, with whomever might actually hold the rights on some of these materials. So it's a little bit difficult to actually enforce a rights holder's will to opt out cultural heritage data from being mined, because it's very difficult for the institution to actually know who the rights holder is and what the rights holder wants. So I suspect some institutions are starting to place opt-outs because they've received this indication from rights holders, but that's a very rare case in reality. A situation in which the institution is simply enforcing the decision that is perfectly legitimate under Article 4 of the directive to place an opt-out. And I think many institutions have template contracts that, for example, the donor of a collection signs when handing some content over to the institution, that foresees some of the conditions under which the institution will preserve and make available the content. And I don't think these contracts, which were signed maybe sometimes like 10, 20 years ago, foresaw the option of placing an opt-out. So even when the institution was in touch with the rights holder, these didn't get expressed at the time.